Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're pulling back the curtain on the world of film casting, the hits, the misses, the auditions that became iconic, and we're starting with film casting choices that were so flawless, it's impossible to imagine anyone else in the part.
Let's work with me here.
Ooh, I like it muy macho.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most accurate casting based on appearance, personality, and/or acting abilities.
And I shall need to know your name.
What do you say to 3 shillings? And we forget the name.
Welcome to Port Royal, Mr. Smith.
Number 10, Margot Robbie, Barbie. Surprisingly to some, Margot Robbie was not the original choice to play Barbie. She later took on the role and made it her own. Her look might be one part of the decision, but Robbie also gives the character some dynamic emotions.
That felt achy, but good.
The titular role doesn't just pose or have fun. With the actress at the top of her game, she turns the doll from a cliché into a more well-rounded concept.
No. You're describing something stereotypical. Barbie is so much more than that.
The star makes Barbie much more existential, with plenty of room for black comedy and life lessons.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
She was also responsible for producing the movie and contributing to its box office success. On multiple levels, she was the right person to bring this Mattel product to life.
Oh, and we have a female president, and it's fun and work and friendship and females 24/7.
Number 9, Matthew Lillard, the Scooby-Doo franchise. As an underrated artist, Matthew Lillard makes the most of his many iconic parts. His turn as Shaggy more than does the cartoon justice.
I don't feel so good. Reminds me of the time we tried to eat the guy in the hot dog costume.
His entire voice, wardrobe, and hair all help to tell a story. Not only that, he's amazing at acting to a dog that isn't even there.
And there's nobody I'd rather gorge myself with than you, Scooby-Doo. My best friend. You're my best friend, buddy.
You probably believe the early 2000s animation because of Lillard's work. Casey Kasem might have played the original version, but this actor brought a believable adaptation to the screen. He's just as goofy, lovable, and friendly as you'd want the real-life guy to be. Part of that works because of the performer's chameleon-like acting, giving audiences the right rendition for a new generation.
You guys okay?
Sure, as long as you define okay as in massive agony.
Number 8, Harrison Ford, the Indiana Jones franchise.
And the undisturbed chamber and the grave goods that were found in another, in the area give us a reason to date this find as we have.
With all of his great roles, Harrison Ford is always Indiana Jones in our hearts. Only Han Solo can compete with this kind of classic part. It might be the one that best exemplifies his star power. He brings a ruggedness and a swagger to this archaeologist.
Wo ist dein Hemd? Wasch dich mal, damit du nicht aussiehst wie ein Schwein bei deinem Standgericht. Steh auf!
That's not all though, because the character is also funny and human. You believe the performance even more as the hero gets beat up and doesn't win every time. Ford also sells the fear of snakes well, showing that weaknesses can make somebody more interesting. You don't even question the fact that he's wearing that hat or using a bullwhip. Even in his older years, the power of his initial casting remains.
You need me, and you know it.
Number 7, Christina Ricci, the Addams Family franchise.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll buy a cup if you buy a box of my delicious Girl Scout cookies. Do we have a deal?
Are they made from real Girl Scouts?
It's a performance that might not have been appreciated enough during its time. Christina Ricci played Wednesday with a perfect deadpan, never winking in a darkly humorous role. Not many child actors can be that good, and so early in their career.
If I must strike you dead, I will!
Ricci had only started acting in movies in 1990, but she was talented enough to play every nuance. The sequel, Addams Family Values, gave her even more opportunities to stand out with the camp sequence.
We cannot break bread with you.
Huh? Becky, what's going on?
Wednesday! You have taken the land which is rightfully ours.
Her far-reaching influence here extended to the Netflix series focusing on the same character. Without this actress's work in the original movies, you could argue that Jenna Ortega's version wouldn't have happened.
Children, what are you doing?
I'm going to electrocute him.
But we're late for the charity auction.
But, Mother...
Number 6. Alan Rickman, the Harry Potter franchise.
Why, you insolent little...
Professor.
He lit up the screen in Die Hard, but some might say that Alan Rickman became more iconic for Severus Snape. Hans Gruber was a straight-up villain, while Snape was something much more unexpected.
Clearly, fame isn't everything, is it, Mr. Potter?
This speaks to Rickman's subdued and dry sensibilities. While he honed his craft on the stage, he made this character sing with its theatricality.
Any person found to have knowledge of these events who fails to come forward will be treated as equally guilty.
The same could be said for other cast members like Imelda Staunton. With his blunt assessments and sinister undertones, the potions expert jumped off the page with this actor's help. He knew exactly how to play both the subtle humor and darkness within each line. By the end of the franchise, the performer proved he was one of the most essential parts of it.
Like you two of a kind, sentimental children, forever whining about how bitterly unfair your lives have been. Well, it may have escaped your notice, but life isn't fair. Your blessed father knew that.
Number 5. Robert Downey Jr., the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Robert Downey Jr. was in and out of various legal troubles. He then spent some years rehabilitating himself until Iron Man changed everything.
I don't have to do anything. I've been in captivity for 3 months. There are 2 things I want to do. I want an American cheeseburger. And the other
That's enough of that.
is not what you think. I want you to call for a press conference now.
As Tony Stark, he found a perfect way to mix his charm and sense of humor. He became a fan favorite in one of the most successful franchises ever. With all of the competing personalities in the MCU, Downey Jr. still rises above as one of the most entertaining.
Because I haven't come across anyone who's man enough to go toe-to-toe with me on my best day.
He offers up his sarcastic point of view right up until he tugs at your heartstrings. Reminding everyone of his movie star attributes, the performer makes you laugh, cry, and believe he's a millionaire playboy.
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
Number 4. Johnny Depp, the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
Can you sail under the command of a pirate?
Whatever you think of him now, Johnny Depp ended up being the definitive casting choice for Pirates of the Caribbean. He's known for disappearing into makeup, costumes, and whimsical personalities. The role of Captain Jack Sparrow checks all 3 boxes, but it also leaves room for more entertaining choices. Depp's performance combines his wild screen personas with a hint of rock star energy.
So we just call it square then?
With his connections to music, he channeled the likes of Keith Richards for this role. There's also a goofiness to many of his scenes that seem to free him from any constraints. Over the course of several sequels, the actor managed to make even the most absurd plots more enjoyable.
So, yes, we could hole up here well-provisioned and well-armed, and half of us would be dead within the month. Which seems quite grim to me, any way you slice it.
Number 3. Reese Witherspoon, Legally Blonde.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet!
After films like Election, Reese Witherspoon became a rising star in the early 2000s. Her work in Legally Blonde heavily contributed to A-list status. Witherspoon's bubbly performance as Elle might be her most iconic, turning the color pink into a human being. The character is much more than a stereotype, too.
I like your outfit too, except when I dress up as a frigid I try not to look so constipated.
Witherspoon capitalizes on this every woman persona, playing with preconceived notions about sorority girls and blonde cliches.
I go here.
You go where?
Harvard. Law school.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
The film lets the actress be funny, smart, and full of surprises. You could argue that many of her best roles use these same ingredients, but few are as perfect as this one.
Congratulations, class of 2004. We did it!
Number 2. Robin Williams, Aladdin. It's nearly impossible to imagine anyone else in this role.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Robin Williams is the only performer that can match the energy of an animated character. In some cases, the filmmakers even let the icon alter Genie with his own improvisation.
As some are calling me, try all of calling me. I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me.
He brought out his own quick comedic persona in this effort. This includes all kinds of impressions, voices, and wild non sequiturs.
Genie, I need help.
All right, Sparky, here's the deal. If you want to court the little lady, you gotta be a straight shooter. Do you got it?
It's so well tuned to Williams and his comic personality, giving him plenty of opportunities to make it his own. The artist could also turn on the more dramatic faucet when he needed it.
I can't wish you free.
Fine, I understand. After all, you've lied to everyone else. Hey, I was beginning to feel left out.
This whirlwind performance cannot be contained within a few sentences, but it certainly jumps off the screen just like the actor does.
Wish for something outrageous. Say, I want the Nile. Wish for the Nile. Try that.
I wish for the Nile.
No way!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Anthony Hopkins, The Silence of the Lambs. Among the more sinister roles ever went to a highly trained thespian with serious skills.
I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner. Bye.
Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Nobody could be quite as surprising, goofy, or serious as Wilder in this role. Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody. In an Oscar-winning performance, Malek transforms into the famed frontman. Daniel Day-Lewis, Lincoln. One of the great method actors finds a way to embody the American president.
See, we've shown that if people can endure awful sacrifice and yet cohere, mightn't that save at least the idea of democracy to aspire to?
Jamie Foxx, Ray. The actor shows that he can mimic the very essence of Ray Charles.
Got no women all over town, but listen, buddy, if you ever sweet talk my little girl, I'm gonna lay your body down.
Number 1, Ian McKellen, The Lord of the Rings franchise.
If you're referring to the incident with the dragon, I was barely involved. All I did was give your uncle a little nudge out of the door.
It's hard to pick one actor to represent the series, but you can't do much better than Ian McKellen. His work as Gandalf provides the wise foundation for the franchise.
He's been following us for 3 days.
He escaped the dungeons of Barad-dûr.
Escaped? Or was set loose?
He feels right at home with other amazing actors, while someone like Viggo Mortensen is another standout. McKellen brings a gravitas to every scene and elevates his scene partners with every line reading. His British accent gives him an additional leg up, while his age and costume fit him well. Not to mention, the performer can play the older character in a believable way that's not just a fantasy caricature. The magical hero also fits perfectly into the man's eclectic career of powerful parts.
End? No, the journey doesn't end here. Death is just another path. One that we all must take.
Did we forget another casting decision that was completely accurate?
You and me are so different, Charles. We're different talents.
I know. Just for fun, how would the great Donald end the script?
Shut up.
As we're about to see, not every casting choice is a Hollywood home run. In fact, many are infamous for missing the mark in the biggest way possible.
Spirits of heaven, yes, a guy, my father, do not desert me in this fateful hour.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the roles that were severely miscast, sometimes even when the right choice for the role was obvious.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Number 10, Jared Leto, Suicide Squad.
We finally meet.
Nah, he don't shake hands. Let's sit down and have a drink.
For months, it seemed like any actor in Hollywood was up for the role of yet another edgy, deeply unhinged Joker in the DC Extended Universe. Ryan Gosling was an early choice, but unfortunately, he reportedly declined due to the multi-film commitment the role would require. Once Jared Leto was chosen, the endless media cycle about how wild and uninhibited his take on the Joker would be, along with his bizarre method acting gimmicks, didn't bode well.
Karen, his laugh really bothered you.
Yeah, well, whenever I met Jared, he never broke character. So I would say, "Hi, I'm Karen Fukuhara. Nice to meet you. I'm Katana." And then he would come at me with, "Hi, pretty."
The performance is weird and explosive without any of the substance brought by performers before him. Ultimately, potential fans were turned off by Leto's self-important approach to what turned out to be a brief stint.
I've got some grape soda on ice and a bearskin rug waiting.
Yeah?
Boss, we got a problem!
Number 9. Jesse Eisenberg, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
They need to see the fraud you are. With their eyes. The blood on your hands.
What have you done?
Lex Luthor works best when he's played by actors like Gene Hackman because he is cool under pressure and secure in his power. It's what makes him dangerous. In Batman v Superman, the characterization of Superman's arch nemesis is informed by the character's traumatic past. Unfortunately, this weirdly serious approach sees Jesse Eisenberg playing up the character's villainy through frantic, pressured speech, bizarre inflections, and childlike playfulness. All he does, though, is recall better performances.
If you kill me, Martha dies. And if you fly away, Martha also dies. But if you kill the bat, Martha lives.
More than one critic unfavorably compared Eisenberg to Heath Ledger's Joker. Eisenberg is a really good actor, but he's much more suited to characters in naturalistic settings than he is to the exaggerated worlds of superhero movies.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Number 8. Tom Holland, Uncharted.
I shouldn't come out to play with the big boys, Ian, because you're about to get a proper Scottish welcome.
I'm sorry?
Development on this video game adaptation took over a decade. Castle actor Nathan Fillion lobbied for the starring role. Many fans of the games thought he would make the perfect Nathan Drake. When the movie finally made it to the theaters in 2022, Tom Holland played an aged-down version of Drake.
We're looking for a tree. Really? Yeah.
Wow, that's your expert analysis?
Well, you just gave me the book like an hour ago. What am I supposed to do?
Fans were disheartened by the performance. Holland is talented and charismatic, but his youthfulness and innocence just don't square with the mercenary character. Fans were even less impressed with Mark Wahlberg's casting as his mentor Sully. Fillion's enthusiasm, maturity, and ability to play complex heroes should have made him a shoo-in.
If I ever kill you, you'll be awake. You'll be facing me, and you'll be armed.
Are you always this sentimental?
Had a good day.
Number 7. Zoe Saldana, Nina.
You're different. You're just different.
I'm not different.
Yes, you are.
I'm not different. You think I'm different? Do I look different to you? I am me.
Portraying the complex, volatile, and singular Nina Simone was always going to require a performer with an exceptional gift. Replacing Mary J. Blige, Zoe Saldana's casting raised some red flags immediately. Simone's own daughter questioned the casting of a woman who looked nothing like her mother, a woman whose physical features were a significant part of her identity.
I'm gonna keep my chin up because that's who I am and that's who I'll be. And Nina was like that too, so I did it all out of love.
Saldana had to use controversial skin darkening techniques to achieve the look, which is uncanny at best. Saldana, who identifies as Afro-Latina, later admitted regretting her role in the film. The movie's 2% rating on Rotten Tomatoes says it all.
Give me my money.
Jesus Christ, Nina!
Tell them to give me my money. Tell him to give me my money!
Number 6. Tom Cruise, Jack Reacher.
You think I'm a hero? I am not a hero. I'm a drifter with nothing to lose.
In the novels by Lee Child, the ex-army specialist is over 6 feet and burly. Tom Cruise is many things. Over 6 feet and burly, he is not. Despite his success with the Mission Impossible series, Cruise's star persona wasn't enough to bring the character to life. Author Child defended Cruise's casting at the time. He later sided with fans saying Jack Reacher's size is an essential component of the character that shouldn't have been compromised.
A huge, physically intimidating man. And the readers felt that Tom was not really communicating that. And so, like I say, my loyalty has to be, even though I love Tom as an actor and as a person, my loyalty ultimately has to be with the reader.
Amazon Prime's TV adaptation of the novels found its Jack Reacher in Alan Ritchson, who is a much better physical match.
I got it. You guys recycle?
Number 5, Sofia Coppola, The Godfather Part 3.
Who's your father?
I'll give you a hint. He's Italian.
While making this long-awaited follow-up to his two masterpieces, director Francis Ford Coppola was in a bind. His original, better choice for the role of Al Pacino's doomed daughter, Winona Ryder, has to drop out. With little time to secure another performer, he cast his own daughter.
What is this really for? Why are you doing this? Why am I doing this?
Sofia Coppola's simplistic and somewhat dreamy performance immediately became a target for derision. Though she's a genius in her own right behind the camera, it's clear she was never meant to be a movie star. She and her father were lambasted for her casting. Whether it was sheer nepotism or a misguided attempt to solve a last-minute problem, it's pretty safe to assume Ryder would have turned in a better, more complex performance.
Who understands anybody, really? Who wants to? It's hard enough trying to understand yourself, you know. We just don't fit.
Number 4, Gal Gadot, Snow White.
I'm sure you think you got this licked, Your Majesty, but trust me, you'd know what you're up against.
The person to blame for the failure of the live-action Disney remake changes depending on who you ask, but only Gal Gadot and her acting skills have become a literal meme unto themselves. Her stilted and lifeless line readings in movies like Death on the Nile routinely make waves on social media, but as the evil queen, she seems particularly at sea.
Are you against me too? Are you? Yes or no?
This is a role any actress should want to sink her teeth into. Charlize Theron played a version of her to great effect in 2012's Snow White and the Huntsman. Gadot's vacant performance doesn't convey villainy, power, or any sense of dramatic skill.
If you let me down, 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 in the dungeon you stay.
Number 3, Keanu Reeves, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
This is a great opportunity for you, Harker. But you'll have to leave Transylvania immediately. Opportunities such as this come but once in a lifetime.
Yes, of course, sir.
If only he weren't such a great guy. Director Francis Ford Coppola said he refrained from giving Keanu Reeves criticism on set because he liked him too much. Unfortunately, he's just too contemporary for any story that takes place before the 20th century. In Bram Stoker's Dracula, he plays real estate agent Jonathan Harker, the Englishman who ends up a prisoner in the Transylvania Count's castle.
I think strange things which I dare not confess to my own soul. The Count. The way he looked at Mina's picture fills me with dread, as if I have a part to play in a story that is not known to me.
His British accent is flimsy, and his modern speech patterns constantly feel like an anachronism. Coppola cast him because he was a matinee idol, but another handsome leading man like River Phoenix or even Johnny Depp might have been a better choice here.
Are you questioning my decision?
No, sir. Simply want to know why.
Number 2, Ben Platt, Dear Evan Hansen.
Today, all you have to do is just be yourself. But also confident. That's important.
He won rave reviews and a Tony Award for originating the role of troubled teen Evan Hansen on Broadway, but Ben Platt never should have reprised his role on screen. With close-ups and the curious decision to give the character a hairdo that aged him up further, it was apparent the 27-year-old was miscast in the role that once made him a star. It also didn't escape the notice of fans that his father, Mark Platt, served as a producer on the film.
There wasn't really any question on anyone
actually connected to the piece or who is actually a part of the film, there was never any kind of discussion that it wouldn't be me.
Several other actors have played the role on stage since Platt vacated the role. One of them, Andrew Barth Feldman, has even gone on to have a successful film career of his own. He would have made a more convincing high schooler.
And when you're broken on the ground, you will be found.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Cameron Diaz, Gangs of New York. She's a great actress, but she's out of place in turn of the century New York.
You look stunned and poorly, sir.
Quite a pair of conversationists, aren't you?
Russell Crowe, Les Miserables. He's not exactly a music man.
And must I now begin to doubt? Who never doubted all these years?
Emma Watson, Beauty and the Beast. With this much alleged auto-tuning, it would have been better to cast a singer in the role.
And for once it might be grand to have someone understand.
John Wayne, the Conqueror. The Western star is dismal and bizarre as the Mongolian warlord Genghis Khan.
There are moments for wisdom, Jamuga, then I listen to you. And there are moments for action, then I listen to my blood.
Ezra Miller, DC Extended Universe. Fans wanted Grant Gustin to reprise his TV role after Miller's various controversies.
I just can't believe I'm a superhero who time travels, No. You are not anything.
Number 1, Scarlett Johansson, Ghost in the Shell.
Everyone around me seems to fit. They seem connected to something I'm not.
Adapted from the manga, this cyberpunk action thriller could have spawned a whole new franchise. Scarlett Johansson was probably cast due to her bankability, but the makers failed to consider one big problem. Her character is a Japanese icon, leading to accusations of whitewashing. This drew outrage from many who felt that a Japanese actor should have been hired instead.
What's your name? Aramaki told me you had a name from before.
This was a fumble on every front. It's hard to imagine the creatives behind the film didn't see this coming, and the film's ending twist did more to hurt them than help quell any lingering resentments about her casting.
You're disappointed. No, I'm worried. You're not invulnerable.
What's a role that you'd recast if you could?
Do I love the actress who's playing her? I love that actress. Is this necessarily the role that I would have chosen? No.
Okay, we're now going to take a look at casting choices that once seemed bizarre on paper, but quickly became strokes of genius once the camera started rolling.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the actors who were cast completely against type and turned out to be perfect for the role.
I find her hard to talk to. Me too. She thinks I'm dumb. Me too.
Number 10, Adam Sandler, Punch Drunk Love. Up until writer-director Paul Thomas Anderson cast him as a bachelor with an anger problem, Adam Sandler was famous for playing an extremely angry character for laughs. Anderson actually realized the actor was right for the role while watching him in the Saturday Night Live sketch The Denise Show.
What did I do wrong, Denise? Just tell me and I'll stop doing it.
Hello, Brian, this is your father.
What?
What the hell's wrong with you? You're embarrassing the family!
But the way Sandler's persona was used in the movie is completely different than anything he had done before.
I have a love in my life. It makes me stronger than anything you can imagine. I would say that's that, Mattress Man.
Sandler and the film itself were cited in several year-end awards and top 10 lists. Since then, its star has gone on to balance his broad comedic work with dramatic turns in movies like Uncut Gems.
I know that. I was stupid. I'm done. It means nothing. It meant nothing.
Number 9, Bill Hader, Barry.
Don't say anything, all right? Don't say anything. We're just gonna lay low, man. Just be quiet.
This HBO series is a dark comedy about a contract killer who develops a passion for acting.
You are a real actor.
I am?
Yes.
The entire show is a big swing as far as tonal balance is concerned. Barry's co-creator and star Bill Hader also played larger-than-life characters every week on Saturday Night Live. Still, crafting an uproarious caricature like Stefan probably doesn't make him the obvious choice to play a depressed and lethal assassin.
The Chicago deal is still on the table. I got a guy out there. He's literally glued to the car. Ronnie?
Cut to 4 seasons, 2 Emmys, and several nominations later, and Hader has turned in one of the most accomplished, unexpectedly funny, and complicated performances on TV.
I basically went like this. I was like, Sally, you gotta help my friend. Like, I said it that loud. Sure.
Number 8, Selena Gomez, Only Murders in the Building.
And if we want to take down Demas before 7 a.m., first, is that what we're gonna do? A nod or a no, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve Martin and Martin Short are a classic duo. They've worked together quite a few times over the years, and they're also part of the same age cohort.
That is my girlfriend you're talking about. And we had sex. I don't know if I said that.
Please stop talking.
What threw people for a loop was the additional casting of pop idol and ex-Disney star Selena Gomez. Playing the true crime-obsessed Mabel Mora, Gomez plays surprisingly well against the two veteran actors. She injects some millennial irony to balance their boomer humor. Since then, she's earned Golden Globe and Emmy nods for her work.
Hey! Can I come with you to the funeral?
Yeah, please, God, yes, we need you.
Number 7, Steve Carell, Foxcatcher.
I don't want you to call me Mr. DuPont or Sir anymore. I consider us friends, and most of my friends will call me Eagle or Golden Eagle.
Based on the real-life murder of Olympic wrestler David Schultz, this 2014 drama didn't just require its lead to undergo dramatic makeup effects. To play murderer and wrestling enthusiast John DuPont, Steve Carell had to do a total 180 from his comedy persona.
I am giving them a dream, and I am giving America hope.
Having just exited The Office, Carell was at a crossroads in his career. With Foxcatcher, suddenly, he proved his chops not just as a dramatic actor. He could even play the villain if the role called for it. Carell was nominated for an Oscar for the performance, and it ushered in a new era of dramatic roles for the actor. Number 6, Ariana Grande, Wicked.
And it is my intention to major in sorcery. So if at some point you wanted to address the problem, perhaps I could help.
She's so good.
We love you. Most musicals that get the Hollywood treatment do end up going with established screen stars over performers known for theater. But Broadway fans were probably more than skeptical when Ariana Grande was cast in the role originated by Kristen Chenoweth. As the standoffish magic student Glinda, Grande would have to tap into a higher vocal register than the one she generally uses in her music. But the acting is the real surprise. She plays the broad comic tones of the character to pitch-perfect effect while still making her feel human.
I've decided to make you my new project.
Oh, you really don't have to do that.
I know. That's what makes me so nice.
Her deft handling of the role earned her several awards and helped make Wicked one of the top 5 highest-grossing movies of 2024.
Popular. I'll help you be popular.
Number 5, Robin Williams, 1 Hour Photo.
You have 1 shot left.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, it's a shame to waste it.
Oh, no, really, it's fine. Oh, no, please. Carl.
If you asked movie lovers who the funniest actor of all time was, many would probably say Robin Williams. The man's very existence was comedy. While his Oscar-winning role in Good Will Hunting was a dramatic stretch, it still relies on his natural warmth. That's not the case with the thriller 1 Hour Photo.
The word snapshot was first used in 1808 by an English sportsman by the name of Sir Andrew Hawker. He noted in his diary that almost every bird he shot that day was taken by snapshot.
In it, Williams plays Cy, a lonely photo counter employee who becomes dangerously obsessed with a family whose pictures he's printed. In 2002, he made another villainous turn in Christopher Nolan's Insomnia. But as Cy, his character is not simply evil, he's also sad.
You would never treat your children like animals.
Number 4, Kristen Stewart, Spencer.
Keep your curtains closed.
Close my curtains. Yes. Maybe. No.
Despite doing tremendous work since her days as Bella Swan, this Twilight co-star is still having to live down some of her early performances. No matter how much Kristen Stewart has dazzled us since, few thought such a quintessentially American actress could do justice to a figure as quintessentially British as Princess Diana.
Oh, Maggie, it's all just a bit of fun, isn't it?
In Spencer, Stewart plays the doomed princess as she deals with a particularly torturous holiday with her royal in-laws. Stewart was lauded for the film, earning an Oscar nomination, with critics citing her performance as the linchpin keeping the irreverent, haunting movie together.
Okay, but you have to stay with me. You can't leave me.
Number 3, Betty White, The Golden Girls.
Listen, if there's ever a night where you can't sleep, I'll come to your room and sing Kumbaya.
For many viewers, Rose Nyland was this TV legend's defining performance. But before landing her most famous role, Betty White's most recent credits were in series like The Mary Tyler Moore Show and Mama's Family. Both of those characters were selfish man-eaters. So, when The Golden Girls came along, she was initially offered the part of Blanche Devereaux, the vain, man-hungry Southern belle. But White was much more interested in playing Rose Nyland, the sweet but dim-witted Midwesterner.
Then we better hurry, because the Strawberry Blizzard special at the Dairy Queen only lasts till 5.
Co-star Rue McClanahan was on the same page, wanting instead to play Blanche. The whole show came together once the two actresses traded roles.
I am absolutely speechless, except for the one that I have prepared. Laughter from the audience.
Number 2, Bryan Cranston, Breaking Bad.
I saw your setup. Ridiculous. You and I will not make garbage. We will produce a chemically pure and stable product that performs as advertised.
For years, we knew him for his role as a father who would do anything for his family, even if it meant going behind his wife's back. Yes, of course we're talking about Bryan Cranston's incredible work on Malcolm in the Middle. Before he became an absolute legend as anti-hero Walter White, Cranston was seen as just an inept but lovable sitcom dad. Then, 2 years later, he was cooking up something very, very different on AMC's Breaking Bad. There was an almost meta quality about watching a guy we thought was a decent and goofy father figure become this hardened criminal kingpin.
You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
Number 1, Heath Ledger, The Dark Knight.
I know why you choose to have your little group therapy sessions in broad daylight. I know why you're afraid to go out at night. The Batman.
It's not easy to redefine a character and make an entire culture shift with one singular performance. Heath Ledger did just that with his unhinged, totally committed depiction of the Joker.
You remind me of my father. I hated my father.
Major stars had done superhero movies before, but this kind of psychologically complex supervillain was not the norm. Ledger's reputation as an actor was only growing.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. It's gone.
The role of a Batman villain was not exactly what everyone thought his career trajectory would look like after making prestigious movies like Brokeback Mountain and I'm Not There. The stellar writing and his complete transformation made the role a perfect storm of dramatic skill and instantly iconic moments. What's a weird casting that surprised you?
This is a good proposal, Mr. Nitty. I will work only for you, and you know I can do a good job.
In the world of Hollywood, even the smallest audition can lead to life-changing opportunities. Don't believe me? Well, check out these actors who went in auditioning for a minor role, but walked out with a major one.
Well, if it ain't Tom Powers. And Matt, too. How are you, boys?
Welcome to MsMojo. And today we're looking at actors from film and TV who auditioned for a smaller role than the one they ultimately got.
There's just a lot you simply got to know, so...
Number 10, Eddie Redmayne, Harry Potter franchise.
And it was, do you remember that scene in La La Land? When like Emma Stone is like singing and the casting director was on the phone after about 3.5 seconds. That was basically my experience.
Really?
So yeah, I didn't even get about 3 lines out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank goodness, because now...
Well, Jude and I played the long game.
During Harry's second year at Hogwarts, he encounters Tom Riddle, who is revealed to be a young Voldemort. The role went to Christian Coulson, although a few names on the cusp of a breakthrough read for the part. Among them was Eddie Redmayne, who joined the Wizarding World 14 years later.
First trip to New York?
Yes.
Anything edible in there?
No.
Livestock.
Must get that fixed. No.
Now an Oscar winner, Redmayne took center stage as magizoologist Newt Scamander in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Tom Riddle obviously plays an integral role in this universe. Had Redmayne gotten a callback, though, his history with the franchise would have been limited to Chamber of Secrets. Losing that role allowed him to play Newt throughout 3 films. Plus, Redmayne is more believable as a lovable misfit than a future Dark Lord.
Now, there's absolutely nothing for you to worry about.
Tell me, has anyone ever believed you? You told them not to worry?
Well, my philosophy is that worrying means you suffer twice.
Number 9, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana. One might assume that Hannah Montana was conceived as a star vehicle for Miley Cyrus. After all, the main character's name is Miley Stewart, although that wasn't always the case.
I thought we told each other everything. But I guess I was wrong, since you kept just about the biggest secret in the world, Miley Stewart / Hannah Montana.
Initially, she was called Zoe and then Chloe Stewart. This isn't the part that Cyrus originally read for. Rather, she sent in a tape auditioning for Lily Trescott, the main character's best friend.
You're not screaming! Why aren't you screaming?
Oh, believe me, she's screaming on the inside.
Upon seeing her tape, the Hannah Montana team felt Cyrus was better suited for the lead role. There was hesitance, as some argued Cyrus was too young. After several more auditions, Cyrus proved she had the singing chops and energy to carry the show. Chloe thus became Miley, and further paralleling Cyrus's real life, her father was cast as her on-screen dad.
I tell you what, I hate wearing this thing. It's like kissing your great Aunt Clara. Hey.
Number 8, James Baskett, Song of the South. Answering an ad for this Disney film, James Baskett sought to voice an animated butterfly. Baskett not only got that part, but Walt Disney was so impressed that he was also cast as Uncle Remus and Brer Fox's voice.
Well, Brother Rabbit, you sure looks like a sport, all stuck up in your swallowtail coat. Don't you look good in this coat? I ain't never seen nobody that good before.
Disney called Baskett, quote, the best actor to be discovered in years, paving the way for him to receive an honorary Oscar shortly before his death. The company has since banished the film to the Briar Patch due to its outdated cultural depictions.
I was gonna whitewash the walls, too. But not now.
While we can't say Uncle Remus was the most progressive character, Baskett did bring warmth and charisma to the role. One can only imagine the career Baskett might have had if only he lived during an era with a better understanding of the Black experience.
Well, now that I can't exactly say. Because what 'tis for one mightn't be what 'tis for another.
Number 7, Tom Hanks, Splash. While Tom Hanks had a few TV roles under his belt, Splash established him as a bankable leading man on the silver screen. Hanks brought his signature everyman charm to the role of Alan Bauer, helping to ground this mermaid romance.
All my life, I've been waiting for someone, and when I find her, she's a fish. Nobody said love's perfect.
The film marked his first collaboration with director Ron Howard, who revealed that Hanks initially auditioned for Freddie, Alan's brother. That part went to the late, great John Candy.
I gotta get more involved in the business, and I intend to. I mean that this time. I'm going to. I know the business.
Although Hanks' only other film credit at that point was a supporting role in the slasher flick He Knows You're Alone, Howard could tell this guy had so much to offer. His instincts were correct, providing an essential stepping stone in Hanks' journey from sitcom star to dramatic actor.
All the time we were together, you always knew how I was feeling. Can't you tell now?
Number 6, Lily James, Cinderella. In true Cinderella story fashion, Lily James didn't expect to be the belle of the ball when Disney started auditions for this remake. At first, James tried out for Anastasia, one half of Cinderella's stepsisters.
You have such pretty hair.
Thank you. You should have it styled.
Oh, I'm sure you're right. Would you like a tour of the house?
What did she say?
She wants to show us around her farmhouse. She's proud of it, I think.
James was enthusiastic about playing a character who was more quirky and comical without having to worry about being pretty. At her audition, the casting director suggested that James also read for Ella. Although it wasn't the part she prepared for, James said it just felt right.
It's you.
isn't it?
James went through months of screen tests, including one where director Kenneth Branagh stood in for the prince before landing the lead. While it might have been fun to see James paired with her Downton Abbey co-star Sophie McShera as Drizella, the glass slipper fit.
And you find that really comfortable.
Number 5, Stephanie Beatriz, Encanto. Before Encanto, Stephanie Beatriz was known for playing Detective Rosa Diaz on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Given Rosa's tough-as-nails persona, Beatriz might have seemed like an unusual choice for the offbeat Mirabelle. Yet anyone who meets Beatriz will quickly realize that she's nothing like Rosa in real life.
Stephanie Beatriz changing her voice from her normal Flowers and Rainbow one to her Rosa Diaz Guns and Daggers one will always take me by surprise. You're welcome.
This was reflected in her Encanto audition, where she decided to sing You're Welcome from Moana. Beatriz was auditioning for Luisa, a character who shares Rosa's strong demeanor. The filmmakers realized right then and there, though, that Beatriz was a Mirabelle at heart.
Props to Steph, because she can not only sing her lungs out, but she just is so winning. Like the instant you meet her, that's that heart and kind of vulnerability and humanness that Jared mentioned. It really was all part of her, who she is.
It only took one more callback for Beatriz to officially get the part. Her audition would also be immortalized with Tony Smead, the co-head of animation on Frozen 2, bringing it to life.
Well, let me say, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Number 4, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. In a parallel universe, Cordelia Chase could have been the Slayer. More specifically, Cordelia's actress Charisma Carpenter could have played Buffy Summers. That's the part Carpenter prepared for.
You know, Little Miss likes to fight. So?
I think there was a yay vote buried in there somewhere.
Since she arrived at her audition behind schedule, Carpenter read for Cordelia, a role that had been offered to Sarah Michelle Gellar. Although Gellar was grateful to have a job, she was reluctant to accept another Mean Girl part, fearing being typecast.
Because I'd just come off 3 years of playing this stereotypical bad girl character, and I thought, well, if I do this now, am I ever going to be able, to do anything else? Cut to 3 years later when I'm begging for the role in Cruel Intentions and no one can see me as the bad girl.
The creators conceded that Carpenter would be the ideal Cordelia, but they still needed to cast the show's lead. The producers had once asked Gellar to screen test for Buffy before asking her to audition for Cordelia instead. Carpenter's audition further encouraged them to re-evaluate Gellar as a candidate for Buffy. Eventually, the Slayer was chosen.
Thank you. And look, I won't go far, okay? If the apocalypse comes, beat me.
Number 3, Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Terminator. We'd surely look at The Terminator differently if James Cameron had gone with Orion's suggestion for the title role O.J. Simpson. Cameron just didn't buy Simpson as a killer. Then.
You write about removing a glove before taking the knife from Charlie.
I had no conscious memory of doing that, but obviously I must have because they found the glove there.
Orion also suggested Arnold Schwarzenegger. Not for the T-800, but Kyle Reese, the soldier sent back in time to save Sarah Connor. Cameron didn't see it, feeling that casting Schwarzenegger as Reese would require somebody even more intimidating for the Terminator. The director met Schwarzenegger with no intention of hiring him, but then Schwarzenegger started suggesting how the Terminator should be portrayed.
When he walks, he has to have a certain walk. When he scans and looks around, he has to have a certain scan. It has to be absolutely clear at all times that this is a machine with absolute no human behavior.
Cameron instantly knew he was being eyed for the wrong role. Schwarzenegger took issue with the character's limited dialogue, but he has a way of making even the simplest lines stand out.
I'll be back.
Number 2, James Cagney, The Public Enemy.
Hello, boys. Are you alone? I'm always alone when I'm with Matt.
During the golden age of cinema, arguably no actor was more synonymous with the gangster genre than James Cagney. He previously appeared in the crime dramas Sinner's Holiday and The Doorway to Hell. Cagney landed another supporting role in The Public Enemy as Matt Doyle, the level-headed best friend of ill-tempered gangster Tom Powers, who was to be played by Edward Woods. After only a few days of shooting, director William Wellman felt the two actors should switch roles, telling Cagney, "Now you're the lead, kid."
Wellman reached out to Warner's production chief Daryl Zanuck, a big believer in making quick decisions.
Zanuck signed off on swapping the actors, and a star was born in Cagney.
The Public Enemy would mark Cagney's big break, leading to many more leading roles. Looking back, it's surreal that they ever thought Cagney was better equipped to play the quiet guy rather than the tough guy.
We ain't sore, are you, Tom? I've always been your friend.
Sure. You taught us how to cheat, steal, and kill. And then you lammed out on us. Yeah, if it hadn't been for you, we might have been on the level. Sure. We might have been ding-dings on a streetcar. Come on.
Number 1. Robert De Niro, The Godfather Trilogy. People sometimes incorrectly say Robert De Niro was in The Godfather. He actually starred in its sequel.
I'm making an offer, you don't refuse. Don't worry.
De Niro did audition for the first film, being cast as Sonny Corleone.
I know you can do it. All right, you prove it to me. You can do it, go ahead, prove it.
Paramount was adamant about finding a role for James Caan, however. Not wanting to lose De Niro, director Francis Ford Coppola gave him a smaller role as chauffeur Paulie Gatto. De Niro opted to instead do The Gang That Couldn't Shoot Straight, ironically replacing Al Pacino.
My father taught me many things here. He taught me in this room. He taught me, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
When Coppola committed to making The Godfather Part 2, he offered De Niro a much bigger role than Paulie or even Sonny. He'd be playing a young Vito Corleone, a role that had won Marlon Brando an Academy Award and would bring De Niro into the Oscar Winners Club.
Não faz tu piagini. Pegadi que isso. Eu almost gordo. Es piacere amici tuoi in sto vicinaggio che sono io. Igi tu sanno dire come io saccio favori.
Would you like to see any of these alternative casting choices?
You go in knowing you're not going to get it, but you're meeting the people that, you know, they might be like, it's not this, but we'll put him in this other thing. So I feel like that was one of the moments when they were like, hey, we can use him later.
We are going to end things today with unforgettable auditions that instantly convinced directors, producers, and casting agents that they found their perfect star.
I am empowered to take that alien with me.
But you can't take him away, he's mine.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the auditions that didn't just land an actor a job, they let everyone know they were a force to be reckoned with.
You did the hacker. Yeah. It's the coolest audition I've ever seen.
Number 10, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana. The Disney star turned pop icon gave new meaning to the word persistence. She chased the leading spot on Hannah Montana for months, eventually recording multiple audition tapes.
They said I was too young, too small, kind of put me aside, and I wasn't even auditioning for Hannah. I was auditioning for Lily. And then they were like, you know, do this, and they're still too small, and I kept going. Even when they said no, I was like, no, one more chance. And it turned into like 20 more chances.
There's a world of difference between her auditions for the role. The first is too preppy and too concerned with being what the creators want.
Well, that's also so sweet, but a tiny bit suspicious. Let's see what the finger thinks. Beep, 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 beep. Well, the finger doesn't believe you.
I just can't go, okay?
The second time around, she is almost eerily confident and grounded, able to toss off the written jokes like she's coming up with them on the fly. By the time of her final audition, it's as if she's already in front of a live audience.
I'm funny for cold. Don't you bet you. What? I'm funny for cold. Don't you bet you. What? I am fighting off a cold, and I know what to infect you.
Number 9, Seth Rogen, Freaks and Geeks.
Last year, right? You're that chick who got an A.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Watching this one-season wonder now almost feels surreal. Much of the Freaks and Geeks ensemble went on to become major heavy hitters in film and television after the show came to an abrupt and undeserving end. But from the start, Seth Rogen's casual way with hilarious lines is evident.
I have some thoughts, but I'm weighing my options.
What are those options?
Well, I could work my ass off on a freighter like my dad, or become a farmer.
His audition tape for the role of the sarcastic Ken Miller is proof of the actor's unmistakable charisma. Effortlessly funny and confident, everything we know of him as a performer is right there from the jump. Despite still being a teenager at the time, he's already got the essential ingredients that would make him a star.
Yeah?
That's why when some idiot teacher tells me I'm not living up to my potential, just smile, because I know I am.
Number 8, Will Ferrell, Saturday Night Live.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but my character, Jack Scansy, is the type of guy that could be a neighbor or a work buddy, the type of guy who rolls up his sleeves and says, "Hey, I got a job to do, I'm gonna do it."
TV Guide ranked him as the second best SNL cast member of all time. Coming in second to a legend like Eddie Murphy can't feel too bad. Will Ferrell's brilliance is clear in his original audition tape.
I took a 12, and I was fine after that, but boy, you're right, that hole's a... If you don't get off the shed in 2 seconds, I'm gonna shove this spatula into orifices you didn't know you had. Now get off the shed! But yeah, it was anybody want a burger? Who wants a burger?
The SNL audition process is fabled for the sheer terror it inspires. Lorne Michaels and the producers are a famously tough audience. Performing on the famed 8H stage, Ferrell manages to not just get laughs, but some actual applause for his impressions and 2 hilarious original characters. Both of these new creations would make it onto the show.
Tell Don Jacobs to hold. Yes, no, I'm busy. Thank you.
Number 7, Emma Stone, Easy A. Before she became a Hollywood powerhouse, the star of La La Land and Poor Things was a dependable supporting performer in popular comedies. With Easy A, she proved she was a movie star in her own right. The role required her to sling witticisms and young millennial awkwardness like it's coming out of her skin. From her very first webcam self-tape, which is directed straight to camera, she is remarkable.
Let the record show that I, Olive Pendergast, being of sound mind, ample-ish breast size, and the occasional corny knock-knock joke, do enter this video blog as evidence in the case against me. And because I'm being judged by a jury of my peers, I will attempt to insert like and totally as much as possible. So, here it goes.
She is a natural. There's nothing even remotely performative about her. It's the true start to one of modern Hollywood's most accomplished and varied careers.
Let me begin by saying that there are 2 sides to every story, and this is my side. The right one. Like, totally.
Number 6, Gabourey Sidibe, Precious. Clarice Precious Jones is a role that requires an actor who can handle some deep emotional depths. It was also Gabourey Sidibe's first film role.
Every day I tell myself, something's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna break through, but somebody gonna break through to me.
The amount of confidence that producers Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey and director Lee Daniels placed in her is truly special, and that's exactly the feeling when you see her audition tape.
I'm tired, Miss Frame.
I know you are, but you can't stop now. You gotta fight through this. You still have to live your life and do the best you can with the hand you've been dealt. If not for yourself, then for the people who love you.
That's a lie. Nobody loved me.
People do love you, Precious.
Sidibe transforms into the character before our eyes. The scene she reads is particularly heavy, and her sobbing confession is pretty breathtaking. Once the movie was released, she joined an elite club of people Oscar-nominated for their screen debut.
You don't even like me.
Have we not been in this room together for like a year, discussing your life?
Does that mean we like each other because we discuss my life?
I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. And I do like you. I do.
Number 5, Bill Skarsgård, It. He's a modern master of movie monsters. Bill Skarsgård brought Stephen King's snarling and shape-shifting killer clown back to life in the 2017 film, and he became an instant icon.
I should get going now.
Without you both, you don't want to lose it, Georgie. Bill's gonna kill you.
Producers were immediately locked in. The actor's read on the character was exactly what they had in mind.
Is this your vote? It's a nice vote. Floats.
From his creepy smile to his deceptively thoughtful manner, Skarsgård imbued Pennywise the dancing clown with a childish kind of evil that's just way too convincing. He's the kind of performer who can completely transform in the most hideous and instantly unforgettable ways.
What do they call you?
Georgie.
Georgie. Now we aren't strangers, are we?
Number 4, Jason Momoa, Game of Thrones. To play Khal Drogo on the HBO series Barn Burner of a first season, the future Aquaman actor knew that he needed to make an impression. After all, this would be his biggest role to date.
Do you see how long his hair is?
When Dothraki are defeated in combat, they cut off their braid so the whole world can see their shame. Khal Drogo has never been defeated.
Hawaiian actor Jason Momoa racked his brain, trying to figure out how to convey the character's ferocity and strength without dialogue. He decided to do a traditional haka dance.
I was unsure if I was gonna do it. I asked my buddy and he's like, yeah, you gotta do it. But it was weird because it was just two little nice ladies recording, and I'm like, oh, do you mind if I try something first before we do the audition? And they're like, oh, please, I'd be delighted. And then I just start getting into it, which is rather scary.
It was so effective, the casting team made him do it again so they could film it. For an actor whose physical presence is as well known as his acting skills, it's a fitting beginning to an illustrious career. Number 3, Matthew McConaughey, Dazed and Confused.
Alright. Oh, Christ. How you doing?
Easygoing David Wooderson gives new meaning to the word laid back. In the audition tape for his first major film role, Matthew McConaughey slips right into character. He oozes charisma, even when what he's saying is incredibly morally questionable.
See, that's what I love about high school girls, man. I keep getting older, but they stay the same age.
That's a movie star being born right before our eyes. There's a reason why his role in Dazed and Confused is so well regarded. Wooderson became a part of Matthew McConaughey's entire screen persona. You know an actor's done a great job when people are still quoting their character well over 30 years later.
The older you do get, the more rules are gonna try to get you to follow. You just gotta keep living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
Number 2, Rachel McAdams, The Notebook. Between this and Mean Girls, Rachel McAdams was about to blow up in a big way. Both movies proved that she could kill it with comedy or drama, but when she auditioned with co-star Ryan Gosling, she showed off major dramatic skills.
I made a promise to a man. He gave me a ring, and I gave him my word.
And your word is shot to hell, don't you think?
Well, I don't know. I'll find out when I talk to him.
So you're not gonna break your promise? That's what this is about? I thought it was about following your heart, Al.
You can hear the emotions in her quivering voice, and despite being relatively early in the process of discovering her character, she has a firm hold on her already.
Haven't you been paying attention for the past? What do you think's been happening here?
I don't know. I think I must have misread the signal.
Yeah, I guess you did.
The rumor is that it was down to her and Britney Spears for the part of Allie in The Notebook, but McAdams' ability is undeniable. The fact that it's even better in the finished film is just more proof of her talent.
I lost you once. I think I could do it again. If I thought it's what you really wanted. But don't you take the easy way out.
What easy way? There is no easy way. No matter what I do, somebody gets hurt.
Number 1, Henry Thomas, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. The young actor at the center of director Steven Spielberg's science fiction classic is a marvel. At only 10 years old, Henry Thomas gave a tremendous performance that emotionally anchored E.T. Interestingly, Thomas didn't do well in his initial audition process. It was only after he was able to demonstrate his range in an improv that Spielberg offered him the job right there in the audition room. It's easy to see why. The tape is genuinely moving.
You can't take him away, he's mine!
But it's not my choice. The president asked me to come here and get him.
I don't care what the president says, he's my best friend! And you can't take him away!
You'd be forgiven if you forgot he was acting and just started bawling right along with him. And when he instantly snaps out of it, you realize you're watching a young master.
That might make your whole day, huh? Might make your whole life, huh? And then he'd be your friend forever. And I wouldn't take him away. Okay, okay.
Okay, kid, you got the job.
Which of these auditions did you think was the most impressive?
So tell me, do you have any fun fan casting ideas? Which Hollywood casting story is your favorite? Thanks for watching, everybody. I've been Matt for MsMojo, and I'll see you next time.